Today we're going to talk about what you should do before you release that song of yours. All right, but first I need you to do something for me. If you could go right below this video and subscribe if you're into videos like this, if you want the tips and tricks, the ins and the outs of the music business, I share them on a weekly basis, and I would love for you to subscribe below. My name's Rick Barker, former manager of Taylor Swift, host of the Music Industry Blueprint podcast. And today I am pumped and excited to be able to share with you some of the strategies that I feel can help you in getting the most out of your release. For years, artists would just simply release day, single day, and independent artists were really starting to try and treat it the same way that the record companies were. And if you really looked at the way the record companies were doing things, you would see that there was a strategy that was involved. If you look at movies, there's a release, the strategy, the buzz, the build-up. So today I'm going to go over some things that you should do in order to make sure that you have a successful release the next time you're dropping some music. So here's what I want you to remember first and foremost. You've got to register your music. It must be registered properly so that we know how to pay you. SONGTRUST.com, and I'll put that description down below, probably has the best and easiest understanding, help you understand what goes on with publishing, because that's how you get paid. It's from the publishing of your songs. So go to songtrust.com, download their free publishing guide, but make sure that you've got a PRO. Make sure about Sound Exchange. Make sure about SongTrust. All of that information is so important, because if you just put it out into the world and they don't know who to pay, that money sits around what we call the black box, and there's about $2 billion of unpaid royalties in the black box. You do not want to be one of them. So first and foremost, make sure that you get your music registered. Once again, I'll put that information down in the description box. Number two is you need to select a distributor. You are not allowed to just send your music to iTunes or send your music to Spotify or Amazon or Pandora. You need a distributor in order to do that. There's a couple that are out there. The one that I'm going to recommend is CD Baby. I like CD Baby. One is because I can get a hold of them when I need them. They've been doing it for a long time. There's also TuneCore, which is really good, Ditto Music, DistroKid. Check around, see for yourself. Ari Herstand has a fantastic article on Ari's Take. If you go to aristake.com, he breaks down what each of them offer you. But remember this, don't get fooled by price. Take a look, see which ones they offer for you, but you are going to need a distributor in order to get that done. Some distributors have relationships with playlists. Some distributors go above and beyond to do the extra for their clients. So check it out for yourself. I'll have a link to CD Baby below this video. The next thing we want to talk about is you need to release a song ahead of time. Okay, but wait, Rick, you're telling us what to do before we release a song. If you can release a song ahead of time, now you can go claim your artist profiles on like Spotify and Apple. There's a lot of tools that will be great for this release of your quote unquote single that you're releasing. So find a song that best represents you, that's good quality. Go ahead, get your distributor to release it out there, because this time when you release this next song, you're going to be able to be considered for Spotify's curated playlist. There's going to be some pre-save opportunities that are available for you. Chris Robley from CD Baby, the DIY Musician podcast, wrote an amazing article that I'm going to link to down in the description with a lot of some amazing tips. But he has information about show.co, which is the CD Baby marketing platform, which allows people to pre-save your music. So go ahead and get that going for yourself there. I also want you to start building a buzz. How can we do that if the song's not released? You are the record company. You can do whatever you want. I would suggest a couple things. I would go ahead and take the photograph of the single artwork, and I would put that into your Instagram stories, and I would put a countdown sticker on it with the date of your release, because people can save that to be notified when that happens. So you're creating your own release announcement utilizing your Instagram. You can do the same thing for Facebook, for Twitter. Take pictures, put lyrics to your songs, the hook of the song, telling people when the date's coming. If you do have a pre-save link, you can include that link in the comments. You can include it in the description. There's a lot of things you want to do once we get people's attention to make sure that they remember what to do at the time that they're supposed to do it. Now, if you've been releasing music for a while and you're watching this video, I would love for you to share in the comments anything that you've done that would be very helpful to all of us. I'm always looking for great ideas and I always give credit. So if you've got an idea, I would love for you to share it below and we will make sure that everyone gets a chance to learn from each other because it's a big collaboration. We are all in this together. So as we're creating the buzz, as we're getting people excited, don't do it too far out. It's hard to get their attention the first time, much less the second time. I usually like about 2 weeks. 2 weeks gives you time to go ahead and create a content calendar, and I'll at some point do a whole video on how to create social content calendars and how to organize your posts and things like that. But you want to make sure that everything's organized, that you're covering all your bases. You've got your Twitter, the Facebook, the Instagram, and you could even do some YouTube stuff on it as well to make sure that you're creating that buzz. You are your own PR firm, so it's up to you to get that done. The next thing that I want to make sure that you have in place is a follow-up single. A follow-up single, the world we're in right now is people hear something, they don't want to wait 3 months or 4 months to hear the next thing. They want to hear what's next. So if you can go ahead and have another song in the pipeline ready to go, 2 songs, 3 songs, if you're releasing an EP, go ahead and break up, release them as singles so you can get the maximum exposure for the EP. And then what I want you to do is down below in the description, I want you to go to indiespotifybible.com/MIB. Indie Bible went and put out over 3,000 contact information for over 3,000 curators. And they've got some great educational pieces in there as well. Go ahead, start doing your research. Go ahead, start submitting yourself for consideration for these playlists. But just make sure that you're preparing ahead of time. If you want results, you've got a plan for those results. If you just throw it out there and hope something happens, I'm not real good with hope marketing. I don't like that. I like you to be able to control what it is that you want to do. So you've made the first step by watching this video. Down below in the description box, go ahead and open it up. There's a lot of great resources that I'll make available for you. While you're down there, hit the bell. Get notified every time that I release a video so that you can keep up to date on what's happening. Also, too, if you have any suggestions for things that you would love for me to cover, you can also leave those in the comments. I would really appreciate getting your feedback and interaction on this. And I, my friends, will see you inside the next video.